Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I have a lot of product in my hands. I'm Britt, creator of The Style Shaker, your guide to cleaner, greener beauty, skincare, and beyond. And today I am back with a roundup for the Beret Beauty collection. I was lucky enough to be sent all of these products from their PR team, and I'm gonna give you my very honest reviews because that's what you get over here. If you want to learn more about Beret, if you're thinking of buying it, I tried it out for you. Let's get into it. I have 6 products from their collection. I do not have the brush. That's the one thing I don't have right now. I'm gonna run through each of them, and I'm gonna tell you 3 key things that I think will help you. This line is really more about being minimalist. This is really a less is more kind of brand. A lot of multitasking in here, something I personally love. These are $38 and under, so the highest you get here and what I'm talking about today is 38 bucks. Each of these is vegan, it is cruelty-free, it is Leaping Buddy certified. In some of their product packaging for the components, not the boxes they come in, some have up to 43%, I believe, recycled plastic. I'm a fan of it, but I really don't want plastic at all. Refills would be amazing, and some of these feel and look like they're perfect for refills. I'm certainly not a manufacturer, so I don't know, but I love it. There is eco-friendly shipping packaging, which they do note on every product page. Let's just dive into the first product. We're gonna start with the lip oil. I have this in shade Marrakech. There are 4 shades available here. It is $24. And I'm just gonna put it on really fast on top of what I'm wearing. I feel like I need some moisture. That's nice. This is a very lightweight product for a lip oil. It does not feel heavy, it does not feel oily, and there's really no graininess to it. Some of the other lip oils I've tried, that's why I mention it, they have little bitty granules in there. Not here, very easy peasy and smooth. It claims to be more of a sheer payoff, which lip oils kind of runs consistent for that category. This I felt went beyond sheer. You can see in the before and after that the payoff for the Marrakech color, and I loved trying this color because I usually don't do corals, but the payoff here was pretty solid. I would say it goes beyond sheer. You can actually see it on the lip. This was not shiny, overly shiny. This was not sticky. It was not tacky, and I couldn't taste it in the back of my throat. There's actually no scent. There's no scent at all. I liked it. I just wasn't wowed by it. I'm not sure if I would buy this one on my own. I do happen to love the Ilia lip oil is one of my favorites. The Kosas lip oil is also one of my favorites. So I'm just not sure on this one yet. It's a little bit on the fence. Okay, next up is their Clean Lash Mascara. It's in black. It is $26. That's the only shade I see out there. Unfortunately, it's in black plastic, which cannot be recycled. Another ding on the sustainability tip. This was really interesting to me. So it has a narrow brush, which is soft, but you can get into all kinds of corners. I found it very easy to work with compared to those big fluffy brushes. And the flexible formula here, when I say flexible, like it works with you. It's not wet, it's not dry. It's almost a little gummy, but not in a bad way, not in an awkward way. It just flexes and goes on nicely. It didn't clump on the brush, and you could feel it grip. I feel like the volume here was more of a defined volume. You're not getting that big feathery va-va-voom lash. This is more of the everyday lash, and where it wins for me is the lengthening, and you can see the before and after, 1 coat, 2 coats. It was just, I ended up really liking this mascara, and I did not expect to, because the first coat I thought, oh, I like a little bit more volume, but then when I kept applying it, there is a tubing technology with this mascara. I've tried others in the past that you can see are very strong in terms of, you can see it kind of around the lash. This still looked natural to me. It gave such good length. And the last thing I want to mention here out of the 3 things would be that there was no flaking. There was no kind of smudging at the end of the day, looking like there was some wear and tear. It held up so well. Here's another one that I did not see coming, and this is kind of why I like these gifts from the brands, because I try things I would otherwise not try, and then I get to share it with you, because maybe you wouldn't have thought of it either, and now you're like, So this is the Day Glow Highlighting Balm. I have this in the shade Bounce. There are 2 shades available. This is the rose gold kind of option. I'm just gonna apply it while I'm talking to you because I'm telling you, I have reached for this almost every day. I love it. And I'm not even a highlighter person. This is $30. It almost feels like an oil. Balm, I would think would be a little bit heavier, but no, this is very lightweight. But anyway, the 3 things you might want to know beyond what I've already said. They have a lot of moisturizing elements in here. It's really more about the moisture to me. To me, that's what I kind of noticed that was the differentiator. The finish. Okay, The finish is this wet, almost glassy look that I don't know if you can see it with the lighting here, but I'm going to show you in the demo. It pops. There's no glitter. It's stunning. And I've used this really everywhere. I didn't see any shifting of product underneath, shifting of product on top. It didn't gather oddly. I've used it under the arch of the brows. I've used it on the Cupid's bow. I really like it so much, and sometimes I would be a little bit heavy-handed. Only then would it get a little sticky. Not sticky, but you could feel it, you know? There was like a moisture slick on the cheek. So what I would do, and this is just a side tip, you can actually just take a brush. You probably already knew this, but I was like, a brush. You just buff it out into the skin. It really helps it sort of even out and spread across that area, and so it's not as sticky. In a pinch, you can do that. You don't really need to. You can just use your hands if you want to. Only thing, and this is the same with the foundation and concealer, I have nicked this so many times because it sticks out and you have to be very careful when putting the cap back on. Very small nit, just had to bring it up. Such a cool product. The next one is the Flush Balm Cheek Color. I have this in the shade Raspberry Beret. I don't want to put this on. I have too much gloss on, it'll ruin it. I can put the blush on here while I talk to you, just for funsies. This is another one. Did not see this coming. $28, 5 shades available. I was gonna go with a bronzier peach shade, but that was sold out, so I ended up with this, and pretty glad I did because I found this to be a wonderful silky multitasker that, yes, glided on, but I really loved this as a lip balm. I know that's not the only point of it, but I happen to love it. I felt like it was just a luxurious EOS balm that you could put elsewhere, but ooh, I loved the color that it gave. On the lip, I would expect to have a midday retouch, you know, something like that, easy enough to do. But it also happened on the cheeks, so while the staying power wasn't exactly amazing, it was there, it just needed a midday touch-up. The other thing I noticed here, the list, there's methicone in here. I don't know if that's like the evil twin to dimethicone. I don't know what's going on. I'm not a cosmetic chemist. I wasn't so comfortable with the ingredients list, but I wasn't against it. It just sort of made me go, ooh, I don't know if that's something you really want to know, but I'm just adding it in here anyway. Do look at the ingredients list on your own. They do talk about it on the site, so my word is definitely not the end-all be-all there. The other thing here is just ease of use. It looked great, the payoff was great, and it took approximately 0.2 seconds to apply on my face. I mean, it could not have been easier to apply. Okay, there's 2 more here. I have the Minimalist, this is a long product title, the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Foundation and Concealer Stick. I have this in shade Bisque. $38, there are 20 shades available here, and it is a full spectrum of shades, so I think they do a very good job. This also has dimethicone, so I was a little bummed about it. This one just didn't match the enthusiasm that I had for the other products. For a couple of other reasons. While it did have moisturizing ingredients, just dimethicone, it's a personal call. If it just irritates my skin, I'd prefer products without it. This is supposed to give kind of all over coverage and also spot treatment. I felt like, and this is in my first review, it tried to be too many things to too many people, or I just wish it had stayed in one lane. For me, it just didn't give the best all over coverage. Actually, I should say finish. The coverage was there, it was just the finish looked a little bit textured on my skin. Concealer did not sit evenly. I tried multiple ways of applying this and it just wasn't the best there. However, for spot treatment, I felt like it did a good job. I just wouldn't buy this solely for that. I kind of covered all 3, but I said it all at once, so there you go. The other thing that I mentioned earlier, I've nixed this a bajillion times. I'm not gonna show you because that's not pretty. Anyway, this packaging, it's beautiful and elegant, but make it a little bit less daunting to put this back on, or have it go all the way in. That would be great. I know it loses the effect and the aesthetic, but from a user perspective, it would be lovely. Just throwing it out there. The final product that I want to talk about today is their Brow 1980 Volumizing Pomade in Black Brown. There are 3 shades available. This is $24. 1980 was a wonderful year, just saying, on a personal note. I liked it. I hit the scene. 3 things you might want to know about this guy. I overwaxed. This is a story about me. It's going to be 2 seconds long. I overwaxed my brows in the 2000s, early 2000s, if you know what I mean. Raise your hand. You guys know. So I was mean to them, and then they were taking their revenge out on me, so yeah. They're a little bit sparse. I'm not the kind of person who can just rely on a brow pomade. I wish I could. I also have to fill in, so I was looking for volumizing here, and I saw it. I saw the volumizing, but I still needed to fill in. The color was there, it just wasn't a lot, and I found it to kind of get in a couple of places, so it was a little bit messy, but I was able to work with it. It also was about giving that volume, softer look from the 80s. So I don't think it was a bad thing. It was what I think it was supposed to be doing. But for me, I was like, oh God, okay, getting all over. The other thing, this is technical. It took me a long time to do just that. And if you own this, then let me know if I am the beautiful mind that has this problem alone. But I kept wanting to take the smaller side and make this the side with the brush. I'm telling you, it just confused me. The construction of this confused me. The brush, however, I really did like. It's a small, narrow brush. You can get into the corners. You can keep applying it. It's not clumpy with product, so I could work with it pretty nicely. And the other thing was hold. So my brows, sometimes they just don't obey. They just don't want to. Like, there's just a couple here that are just like, I'm gonna go that way. It takes a lot for them to be trained into place, and this just didn't cut it for me. So I went to the old soap brows situation, which I am loving. I came in late on that trend and it is fantastic. I use the soap brow, but what I'll do is I'll apply this and then I'll do soap brows, which just sounds weird to say out loud, but man, they do not budge. And then I put castor oil on them at night just to rehydrate and help them not dry out. That was kind of a Debbie for me, and by Debbie I mean kind of a downer. There you go. We have some hits and we have some misses and we have a maybe. So the hits, the Balm, loved it. Highlighting balm, just balm, balm, and balm. I loved it. And then this mascara, oof, great everyday mascara. So glad I got to try it. The misses for me were the Complexion foundation stick and the brow balm or pomade. It wasn't winning me over. And the TBD here is going to be the lip gloss. I have to keep seeing if I'm gonna reach for it. I don't know yet. That's all I have for the Merit roundup. Let me know if you've tried any of these. Do you like them? Have you tried them? Do you love them? Do you want to try one now? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I will be right back here real soon. Until then, bye.